Yeah, I think we're good. I think we're good, and we're live. Yo, what's up, YouTube? It's Cholula's Comics, and this is your West Coast Comic Connection. What episode is this? I already forgot. It's like 16. Episode
Wait,
16.
wait. So we haven't been live this whole time, and now.
Oh shit! We've been around for like 45 minutes, and we just went live. That's right.
Oh really? Yeah. Oh
yeah,
damn! Hey,
we were live this whole time.
Yes, I did, man. I'm like,
no, just now.
Sitting there sharing personal stories. It's like I didn't want to go by.
Look, we're not going to repeat what we were talking about.
No. That's good. That's good.
Yeah, that was all personal and like
that's very
like.
Okay,
no, we're not going there.
Because I was like, damn, dude. Okay. So I'm sorry. Go ahead, Chula. Start over, bro.
So again, it's like episode 16-ish of Sigs, Slabs, and Contact. I think I already mentioned Cholula's Comics is your West Coast Comic Connection. I'm going to go along our guest panels, have everybody give their shout-outs and hellos. What's up to Fourwayflashers? Mike, what's up, man?
What's going on, everyone? Just wanted to say thanks for having me back.
Hell yeah.
I'm the North connection here, and I just wanted to drop a little North tidbit today. Today, what was it, 27 years ago, 1993, however long ago that was. Blue Jays won the back-to-back World Series.
Oh boy, here we go. Have to throw that in there.
All right,
drop the mic.
That's enough.
Drop
the mic. All right, CBA, what's up, brother?
And the Dodgers won today, 6-2. So
they sure did. They sure did.
That's the game. They're up 2 games to 1. So I'm very happy.
Nice.
There we go. All right. And last but certainly not least, Tat Comics. What's up, brother?
Hey, what's up, man? And my Bears are still 5-1. No, hey, what's up, everybody in the chat? I thought we were live earlier. That's why I was just flipping out. I'm like, what the hell, man? It's all good. It's all good. So I hope everybody's...
I thought that was a bit. I didn't know you were serious. You thought we were live earlier?
Oh, heck yeah, I did. I popped in here, man. That's cool, though, man. That's cool.
That's cool. Comics. We weren't even talking comics.
Oh, I know, but straight up, dude, I was thinking that when I talked about my son watching a movie. Now I'm kind of glad I don't talk about that. So that's all good.
Hell yeah.
Because I was wondering why you guys were looking at me kind of funny, like, well, what do you mean, man? That's all good, though, man. I appreciate that.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Hope everybody's enjoying their night tonight.
Yeah, so I know there's a bunch of other shows on tonight. There's a bunch of auctions and stuff. That's all well and good, but we got our core group of fellas here, and we're gonna talk some books. We're just gonna keep it old school and talk some books. So, super last minute. Our schedule has kind of been in flux a little bit lately. A couple of our core members have work stuff, family stuff, all kinds of stuff going on. But at the same time, we enjoy doing this. Like, we have fun. This little group right here, we have a lot of fun, and we just like talking books. So today, what the item that we came across was we wanted to talk about. Well, I kind of brought up, and we have a couple of issues that we're going to go over today. But I wanted to go over the Q-Birds. And when we're talking about the Q-Birds, we're talking about Joseph Q-Bert. We got Andy, we got Adam, we got Katie, and there's a bunch of other grandchildren that are in the mix now. So there's a whole lot of Q-Birds that are involved in the comic world and the comic industry. I mean, we know, I think all of us have all seen those beautiful ads on the back of the books that say, join the Joseph Q-Bert School of Drawing, right? Like, that's really cool. I don't think that they get enough limelight and notoriety nowadays. So just wanted to go over some of those books, go over some stories. Anybody want to volunteer to go first?
I didn't grab. Yeah, cool. Thank you. Because I don't think I grabbed any Q-Bert books. So that's cool. I was thinking Q-Bert the video game. I was kidding.
Not that one.
I don't know.
I'm just joking. Shit.
It's all you,
I don't
Mike.
know a lot. But I'm going to start with Andy. Am I starting?
All right.
Yeah, I'm going to start with Andy. I've got 3 Andy books, and
all
Andy, best known for working on the X-Men, I think.
Yep.
And the first one I got here, this is a.
That's nice.
I can't remember if this is gatefold. You know how long it's been since I've gone through these books?
Oh, is that a gatefold?
I think it might be gatefold.
Nice.
I think it is. So let's look at this.
Wow.
That's nice. I love that cover, dude. It's got Rogue on the
That's hella
front.
dope.
Been
Hey,
such a
Mike.
long time since I've gone through these books.
Hey, Fourway.
Book two,
For
yes.
maybe for some of our newer watchers or viewers, would you explain the difference between a gatefold and a wraparound?
So wraparound would be just the front and back, where you have just this as your cover. The gatefold, which was popularized in the 90s, added the third panel. And also popular in the 90s, you can see the shiny metallic foil. Color part of the 90s. Embossed,
Nice.
foiled, gatefolded. And
There you go.
Great explanation. Thank you.
the next Andy Kubert that I found, I was going through the Uncanny X-Men, and I found number 293. It's a great Colossus cover.
Mhm.
Ooh.
And this has been in my collection for quite a long time. I have not recently read the X-Men books, so I don't know how well they've stood the test of time. But
Right.
this last one here for Andy Kubert is one of my favorite story arcs in the X-Men, and this is X-Men number 25.
Mhm.
And this is the arc is, of course, Wolverine losing his adamantium. And I can't recall if this is the book where he loses the adamantium or if it's the Uncanny. I think it's this one, isn't it?
I think it's that one.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's that one because it's a 6-issue story arc, Fatal Attractions, and it goes across X-Men, Uncanny, Wolverine, Excalibur, X-Force, maybe, and maybe X-Factor.
Yeah,
I know it goes against.
I don't recall. But
Yeah. Because I have that book and I haven't read it in a long time, so I can't recall either. I do have the Excalibur one, but I think one of those foils too. One of them was a misprint because the color was supposed to be green, but it was blue. Does that sound familiar?
It's been a long time. Yeah, I don't know.
They all have those hologram little cards on the top right-hand corner.
Yeah. Yeah, because Frost pointed it out to me, and I didn't have that issue, which sucked, but he told me about it.
Oh,
And,
let me know which one it is that you need. I got them all, like in duplicates.
This of course is the wraparound.
There you go, wrap around.
It's called a reach
Nice.
around, bro, not a wrap around. Come on.
Yeah.
No.
Portuguese breakfast, bro.
Yeah, it's been a long time since I've looked through this. Here we are. So Andy Kubert was also the penciler on the inside. So back in the days where they would do double duty, both cover artist and interior artist. A lot of days, or a lot of artists these days don't do that.
Hey, Fourway, since you got it open and already and out of the bag, do me a favor and just show a couple of the pages. Like the artwork, the interiors are amazing. Like people don't take the time anymore like they used to with the detail and the color. Like, look at this. Like, I know the 90s kind of gets a bad rap because of, overprinting and like oversaturation of the market. But like, let me tell you, like, and maybe some exaggeration on certain how can you say, like physicality, like body parts were grossly exaggerated, right? But like, look at the level of detail. Like, look at the grit. Like, that's dope. There it is. Adamantium is coming out of his body right there.
Yeah. And if you notice too, like you're saying, even like how the pages are print, the ink on the actual artwork isn't like halfway off the character. You know what I mean? Because I've seen a lot of those in some of the 80 books, where there should be color. You can see like the printer actually missed. You know what I mean? And most of the 90 books I come across, it seems to be solid all the way through. There's no ink that's rubbed off or different color saturation kind of thing.
Yep. They got their. As far as the technology, I feel like the technology caught up to the artwork in the 90s.
Yeah. Those are nice covers.
So
I like those X-Men.
The next Kubert I've got here, well, it's my last Kubert, is Adam. I don't have any Joe Kubert, and I was discussing this with Cholula earlier that I used to have some Joe Kubert, but I've long since got rid of those books. He did some covers for the Flash back in Silver Age, and so I did have a couple of those, and yeah, like I said, I don't have them anymore. Here's Adam's first work on the X-Men. This is a great Havoc and Cyclops cover. Brother.
They're brothers.
Whoa, what was that, dude? What was that noise, man?
Well, who do you think would win in a fight, Havoc or Cyclops?
Straight up powers. I mean, I think Havoc probably has the edge.
But they feed off to each other, though.
I think Cyclops probably has the better tactical mind, and possibly like the determination. But I think just power versus power, Havoc has it.
Do you guys remember? It was a long time ago, but I used to watch the old '92 X-Men animated series.
Yep.
They had an episode where they fought each other, and what happened was the thing they tried to make was that if you were related, your power wouldn't harm your family.
Yeah, it would negate on you or something like that.
Was that only for that series, for that animated series, or did that go over to the books as well? I don't remember that. I don't know.
I don't think they ever had anything that was you couldn't hurt your siblings because if that was the case, there were a lot of times where I think Magneto like beat up Quicksilver and whatnot. You know, like I don't know.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
There's an actual rule.
Yeah. I just remember always hearing the story between those two that when they fought, they actually made each other stronger, you know, from how their battles would go. Like they'd make each other stronger, like their energy that they'd hit each other with would just, you know, catapult to make them, you know what I mean, more powerful, I guess. That's what I've always heard. You know, I can't remember ever reading a story like that about those two, but that's what I've always heard, and I just never knew if that was true or not. So
I'd have to reread some of the books.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
The .1 was him too?
Yeah, Marvel .1. I found out I was trying to look for some kind of off the wall stuff. So this one is kind of a combination of Joe Kubert, Andy Kubert, Adam. Jesus.
oh, it's all good, bro.
A Kubert.
Yeah, Kubert.
You're gonna mix them up, yeah.
I believe Nick Bradshaw also worked on this cover as well.
Oh, cool.
But, yeah, this of course is the first Sam Alexander. Is that right?
I believe so, as Nova, yeah.
As Nova. So that's a book. This one, I just like the cover. It's not
very yeah.
that is a Adam Kubert, and yeah, so that's just I threw that one in for Cholula.
Yeah, he did a lot of Wolverine. He did a lot of Wolverine covers.
Yeah, and that was the one thing that I tried to stay away from. I didn't pick any Wolverine books.
Right.
I appreciate you. Thank you. I appreciate you.
Amazing Spider-Man #1 Renew Your Vows was another Adam Kubert.
Yeah.
And what else do we have here? This was a great story. I don't know if you ever read this one. Astonishing Spider-Man and Wolverine.
No, I have never read that one.
Find it in trade if you want a good read. It was a lot of fun.
Cool.
But yeah, another Adam Kubert, and Adam did the interiors on this one as well. And finally, the last one, I did pick something Wolverine related, but it wasn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anytime he's in this garb, I really dig that. This is a variant that a lot of people don't really talk about.
Right.
Show, and this one's always been a favorite of mine.
Well, anytime he's in that Weapon X suit, you know, like it just takes you back.
Is that a Marvel Knights run too? Is that what it said on the top of that?
No, that's new. No, that's newer.
Marvel Variant Edition.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah, Marvel Knights was what, like early 2000s or late 90s?
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I just wasn't sure. I saw that and I thought that's what that was because I love Marvel Knights series. I like a lot of those series that people did back then.
No, yeah. So what happened was, so we had Death of Wolverine. So there was Countdown. So it was like the 5th series of Wolverine, where he had like 3 months to live, lost his powers. Then there was Countdown. Then there was Death of Wolverine, and then there was Hunt for Wolverine when he came back, and that's what that came.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know what? I did find 2 Andy Kubert books in my blind box here. There's 2
Oh,
X-Men.
nice. In your blind box?
In my blind box is for you. Just this one right here. Because I have a bunch. I do have a bunch of his books.
Yeah.
What he did with X-Men, what he did with Wolverine, of course, Spider-Man. I mean, there's just a slew, and it's like I didn't realize how many I had till like you put that in the chat for us to kind of just give us ideas of like what we can show. But like I said, I just grabbed a blind box and then you guys saw me. I'm like, oh, there it is, right there. 2 X-Men books right there. So that's all I have.
Hey, quick shout out to Azor's Tiger, man. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, what's up, man? And AG Surfer's here. He said he was the first.
Yeah, he did. I didn't highlight AG because come on, man, he's already part of the crew. He knows.
Oh, I know, but he's in the chat. You just gotta say hello to him.
Oh hell yeah, for sure.
He'll text me and say, I can't believe you guys just say hello. Just kidding, AG, man. Still put me on your Christmas list, bro.
Are you all going through my long boxes?
Oh man, jeez. All
right,
right,
all my long boxes are in my house. Oh yeah, those are just the 2 I had, bro. So I'm good.
Okay, are you done?
Yeah, it's just those are the only 2 I had in my box that are Andy Kubert. Everything else, I'm looking. Okay. I don't believe I have anymore.
Yeah, but we got Andy, we got Adam, we got Joseph, we got Katie. Like you can go through any of the Kuberts.
I know, but I don't have them in here, bro. I'm telling you, I grabbed a serious box. I have no idea what's in here until now. I'm looking, seeing a bunch of Spider-Man.
All right.
Okay, if I find any more, I'll tell you guys.
Sure, for sure. CBA, you got something? You got a little something?
I don't have any Adam Kubert. I just have Andy Kubert.
Yeah, let's see
Andy.
If I go after Adam, it's probably the Avengers stuff he did with Hickman. But this is all Andy Kubert.
The metal, yep.
So these are kind of new. Yeah. I think it's just one of the variants because I think Capullo did some covers and then Kubert did some. I've not perfected. I've not perfected this camera work. I mean,
you're all good, bro.
Well, it's hard because
this is advanced tech.
No, yeah, but it's hard because when you're centered up, you get the book in front of you, and if the book is centered up, then it's in front of your face, so you can't see if it's centered up. I got you. I get it. It's hard.
And then I got my label there, Comic Book of Steve. That's kind of messing me up. So. So this is definitely an artist that I would love to meet at a convention and get some stuff signed. I don't think he comes around here. I think they're mostly on the East Coast. So that's one of the reasons why I want to go to Heroes Con because I think they go to Heroes Con.
I know one of them came to the Portland Comic Con one year, and I seriously just missed them, and I was kind of disappointed because I took a bunch with me.
So CBA, COVID is cured tomorrow. We got the vaccine tomorrow. When are you ready to go to Heroes Con with me? What year?
Next year. Not this year.
Let's go. Yeah, no. I'm with you. I understand and I'm with you.
Yeah.
We got to go to Heroes Con.
New 52 stuff.
Where is Heroes
Con? Gosh, is it North Carolina?
Probably,
it's on the East Coast.
I was going to say Nashville. I don't know. I feel like it's South. Is it East Coast?
I forgot. I think it's in the Carolinas. Somebody type it in, Google it real quick.
Hey, I'll look. Smart man. Let me look for it right now.
Looks like Charlotte, North Carolina.
Okay, North Carolina, yeah.
Damn.
This is a beautiful cover. I like how Batman's just jumping in there. And I think that might be Robin. It's like a Killing Joke kind of.
Yeah, it looks like it's the back of his head.
That's good, dude. I'm really glad you picked some DC stuff. That's dope.
Yeah, I think the Kuberts did a lot of Marvel work, but Andy did DC probably maybe the last 15 years. So
Is that Death in the Family or not?
this is New 52 Batman.
Yeah.
So it's what? Oh, wait a minute. No,
that's all I have.
after Death of the Family. Yeah. This is towards almost the end, I think. And this was my favorite Andy Kubert cover. I got this from Flying Colors Comics. So that the owner of Flying Colors is Joe Fields. He's the guy that invented Free Comic Book Day. So I got this from his store. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
He's over in Fremont, right?
Concord.
You said Concord? I wasn't too far from Concord when I lived down in Cali.
Do you know Flying Colors Comics?
No, I mean, I wasn't collecting comics because I collected comics when I was, like all the way up till I was like 15. I think I started when I was like 10. I quit when I was on 15. So a lot of those comic book stores you're talking about, I only remember a few of them, but not all of them. But I know my brother was still kind of collecting here and there, but not as much as we were when we first started. I didn't really start collecting comic books again until I moved up to Oregon. But I do some of those names I do remember because like some of my buddies that still live down in California still collect comics. They talk about those stores all the time. So
Flying Colors is Undisputed Frost's #1 hated comic book store. He hates that store.
Really? He just got something from that the other day. No, just kidding. I don't know.
My buddy Evan Jellin, he hates that fucking store too.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about Evan.
I've never been there, and to be honest, I've gone to a lot of comic book stores in the Bay Area because there's so many. But I've made it a point to not have to go out there just because I've heard because of Frost and Evan Jellin. Like,
well, see, I know Evan as Gene Simmons. When he did that fake signature and you guys tried to he did try to tell me it was Gene Simmons, you guys, man. Like,
hey, I had no part in that. I washed my hands like Pontius Pilate. I had no part of that.
That was a good joke, though. That was funny. It's just when I start thinking about it, I'm like, dude, why would Gene Simmons show up at a restaurant they own in that town out of all places? I'm like, yeah, you're right, dude. And there was no pictures taken with him? Come on, man.
Yeah, exactly.
But they had me going. I was thinking, that's some cool ass shit, dude.
But I talked to Frosty on the side, and he was like, "No, I'm going to tell him." And I was like, "All right, then you tell him."
He didn't tell me, man. He didn't tell me. It's like I was thinking about showing it because I wanted to see what they would do in one of my last live stream, but I didn't show it. Then Frosty says, "Hey, man, it's a good thing you didn't," because I did run into him. He tells me that thing was fake, but my brother told me it was fake before that. So that's good. My brother, man. My brother's good, man. My brother's a good man. Frost was going to tell me, but he was going to wait. I'll see him become a fool.
All right.
That's why I love him.
I got a couple of slab books. Let's see. So, unfortunately, I've never gotten the chance to meet Adam Kubert. I want to meet some of the Kuberts someday. If we ever get a chance to go to Heroes Con, let's go. I'm with it. I'm ready. Let me show. I actually do. Even though I've never met the man, I got the chance to get 2 Adam Kubert's signatures, and I'm gonna give a huge shout out to Manny NYC of the NY Warriors. A while back, I did some work for CBCS, and because of that, at the time, the person that was in charge of the signature or the witness signature verification program was a guy by the name of Mark Roman. He's not with the company anymore, but really good dude, stand-up guy, huge in the comic book community. And he told me, "Hey, thanks for your volunteer work. Because you did that for us, let me hook you up with 5 slabs. Send me whatever books you want. I'll take care of it." Yeah. He was like, "I'll hook you up." And I was like, "Listen, my big thing is I get signatures. If I get them signed, can you still slab them? Because that's a higher price book than just a regular standard slab." And he was like, yeah, no problem. You send them to me, I'll take care of you. I was like, "Cool.
Boy, you got hooked up."
Yeah.
Take 5.
So
Nice.
at the time, I want to say it was, was it Rhode Island Con or let me see, does it say on here? It was July 7th of 2018. I want to say it was either Rhode Island Con or Boston Con, something like that. Anyways, Adam Kubert was there, and I sent Manny 5 books. They weren't all for Adam, but 2 of them were. First one I'm going to show, which is a book that was showed already. However, this one's signed by Adam. Wolverine 75. Came back in 9.6. And no. Mike, you showed the X-Men version of this, right?
Yes, he didn't show the Wolverine version.
That's followed.
So this is the Wolverine version, the Fatal Attractions version. It's got the hologram, and Adam signed it right up here. Came back in 9.6. Pretty happy with this. And next book I'll show is Uncanny X-Men 381. It's a Dynamic Forces exclusive variant, signed by Adam Kubert in gold.
Nice.
Yeah. And this is one of my favorite books because it's one of the first time that Wolverine gets in his black costume, the black suit. Later on, he goes in a full black and gray suit with the red eyes. However, this one's just a black suit with a yellow trim with the red eyes, which is pretty dope. Came back in 9.6, so pretty pumped about that. Huge shout out to Manny. Thank you for that.
Wait, bro, I'll be right back. I go get my daughter, so I'll be right back.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're
Okay.
good.
Okay.
Guys, I showed a couple of books real quick for Adam. Did anybody else have any more Kubert stuff?
No, not me.
Okay. I have a couple of signed books and then some raw books. Is it cool if I show them right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely, sure.
All right. So I'm going to show next. I got some Andy stuff. And believe it or not, did you guys know that Andy did Uncanny X-Men 266?
Yeah.
That's that first Gambit.
Yeah.
It has slipped my mind personally, only because he did the cover work for this, but Chris Claremont obviously was a writer, right?
Mm-hmm.
So cool book. I love the fact that Andy's on here. If I ever get a chance to meet him, I'll break this out and I'll have him sign it.
Yeah.
And then we talk about Andy a lot as an artist, but did you guys know that he writes a lot of books too? He's an author.
I heard that. I don't know what he's written though.
So I have one book to show you that he's written. I got Batman number 23.1. Not 23 and not 24, but 23.1.
This sounds familiar. Do I have this?
It's Joker number 1.
Oh, yeah.
And it's one of the lenticular covers for Villains Month for New 2. And he wrote this storyline. And I got it. I got this book at a pretty good price, which is why I picked it up. I actually have like a raw version because I was picking up all those books when they were coming out. However, when I saw this book, I was like, oh, cool. I'll pick this up for a good price. And it's a 9.8, so why not, right?
Very cool.
All right, so those are the two Kubert brothers. Let's move on really quickly to Katie Kubert. Katie Kubert is the granddaughter of Joseph Kubert, and she's an editor for Marvel Comics. And so what I'll show real quick is I have a Hulk number 1. It's signed by Mariko Tamaki, and she is the writer, the author of this book.
Mm-hmm.
Hulk number 1 is the, as we know, it's a She-Hulk number 1, and signed there. I got this signed over at Cape and Cal Comics. Who? Since you brought
I
up,
think you were. I think we were there. We were both there. I think. Yeah.
Yeah, we were. We did it. We hooked up that day, and only because you brought up Frost's most hated comic book shop. This is his most favorite comic book shop, Cape and Cal Comics in Oakland.
Mm-hmm. I went there only because of him. He said he liked it so much I had to visit it.
And it's a pretty cool little shop, right?
It is. It's excellent, actually.
Yeah. So I was pretty pumped to meet Mariko. She's really nice. She's a really nice lady.
Honestly, though, I wish it wasn't in Oakland, though. I wish it was in Fremont or.
Why? Because it's so far away, or?
I mean, you can get there by BART or you can get there by car, but honestly, it's kind of like it doesn't belong there. It seems like it should be in.
It's a schlep.
I don't know. I don't want to call it that.
Well, it's right next to that art school, right?
I think so. Yeah.
I think that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
All right. The last book I'll show that's slabbed is Death of Wolverine number 1. It's a baby variant by Scotty Young. However, it's also the editor on this is also Katie Kubert. So just wanted to show it off. I got it signed by Scotty Young. Big shout out to my buddy Thomas Thompson. I know that sounds like a fake name, right? Thomas Thompson. But a buddy of mine on Facebook who does a lot of stuff out of the Midwest as far as like signing and pressing and stuff is concerned, good dude. And I sent him a couple books, and he got this signed at what's the big con in Chicago?
C2E2.
That's the one. Yep, Scotty Young was there. He got it signed by him. All right, guys. Cool. So that's what I got by the Cuberts.
Very nice.
Can I show something Cubert related?
Absolutely.
Hell yeah. Absolutely.
As you may or may not know, the Cuberts have a school, and I probably should have done some research. They have the Cubert Art School.
Yeah.
So I have an original piece done by one of the graduates from the Cubert Art School.
Oh, wow.
And so there's a little bit of a story behind this. And the story goes like this. My youngest son knows that I collect comic books. And this is when he was in kindergarten, I believe. And they got to go to library day. And during one of his library days, he was so excited because he brought home an Archie digest. He says, Dad, I got a comic book from the library. It's so cool. This comic book, Archie comic book, is the Halloween issue. And in the middle, they had a bunch of like centerfolds of monsters in there. And scared the living piss out of him. He couldn't sleep. He didn't want Archie in any form in his room, and it just made me laugh that like he because this kid, you know, he loves Ghost Rider. He loves all these like monster, like his first prop he ever bought was Frankenstein. He loves all kinds of monsters, but Archie scared the living hell out of him. So I met one of the graduates of the Adam Cubert School, and he's a current teacher there as well. His name's Fernando Ruiz, and he and Dan Parent, they have a book together called Die Kitty Die, but they've also done a lot of work together on Archie Comics. So I went up to him and I said, I explained the story, and he laughed, and he says like Archie's the most harmless guy that ever lived in comics. You know, like Casper is more frightening than Archie. And so I said, you know what I'd really love? I'd love like a commission, and if you could do it of Archie, but just like kind of like creeping up like this. That's what I got.
Oh my god!
And so I got this a few years after Charlie was afraid of Archie, and now it hangs in the basement as a constant reminder of don't be afraid of Archie.
I gotta tell you know what that picture reminds me of? There was a cartoon I used to love when I was a kid. It was Speed Racer. You guys watch Speed Racer?
Yep.
Oh yeah, I watched that cartoon when I was a kid.
There's an episode where Speed Racer turns into some sort of monster, and that picture reminds me of that.
That's cool. Archie. Something was that was just like, you know. I thought he captured it brilliantly.
I guess this is a good segue into monsters and Halloween stuff.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
I stir them up, you slam them down.
I think I have some cool Halloween stuff in this box. I have no idea.
Oh, cool.
I have some Venom
and
and Carnage.
Since we're going to be talking about monsters. Oh, actually, guys, it is a good segue, and I'm sorry to interrupt. Oh, shit. What's up, Big Lion Cat? What's up, BLC?
Hey, BLC.
Hey.
Thank you for joining us, brother. What's good? Guys, let me I just want to show a couple more loose books, if that's cool.
Yeah, sure.
This is let me show you my here, let's see, what do we got? We got some shit, who is this? Is this Adam? Yeah, this is Adam. Okay. I get mixed up with both of them. You know, they're only like 3 years apart. I don't remember.
Yeah, I do get mixed up with them. I really do.
Yeah, their ages make them get mixed up easy.
Yeah. So here's Wolverine number 100. Yo, it says Adam right on it. Jeez.
Oh, I have that book.
Yeah, so when Manny went to go get my book signed, this was one of the books that I wanted to send him, just because I thought it was so cool, super 90s, like typical hologram cover. I thought it was really dope. I wanted to send it to him, but I opted not to. I rather got the Fatal Attraction storyline and then that special black suit Wolverine. So I was like, I'll do those.
Yeah.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Is there not a variant cover of that without the hologram? Boom.
That's right, brother. Yes, there is.
That's one that doesn't get a lot of play either. So
Yeah, and it's hard to show that one on camera without all the glare and without. But when you see this, the hologram one in person, like it's so fucking cool. Like I don't even know what else to say. It's cool as fuck. I'll go through with just a couple more. Here's 101 with Sauron on the cover. 102. So after he got the adamantium ripped out of his skeleton, he kind of reverts back to a feral, like Neanderthal looking Wolverine. 103. Again, more feralness, and you got the jagged bone claws.
That's a Kubert cover.
Yeah,
kind of looks like Diodato.
Yeah, that's Kubert. And I'm gonna skip ahead just because I want to show some of these off. These are some of my favorites right here. 106, that black and white with the red accents.
Great cover. Yeah,
I have that issue.
The black and white with the red accents are just, oh my god, it just sets it off.
Intense.
Here's 107.
Yeah, that's a good cover too. The red and blacks.
Yeah.
And then I got a couple more. 108.
So these are all Adam Kubert, right?
Yep.
Adam Kubert.
He did it. Yeah, he did a nice little run of issues, I believe, 75 through like 115-ish of Wolverine. So that's like about 40 issues or so. Because before that, Silvestri was on it,
I feel like you're diving into one of my short boxes right now, bro. Which is cool because it just shows me, man, we have the same taste.
All right. Okay, that's all I'll show. I got more, but that's all I'll show for the loose books for Adam. Anyway, so some monster stuff? Somebody who said something about horror stuff? Who's ready?
I did just now look through my blind box, so it's not a blind box anymore. I was trying to find if I had any horror books in here, and I probably have maybe 2 that come close.
Huge shout out to Sith Lordy. Sith Lordy always been there since day one. He comes and says what's up every time we're on. So shout out, my brother. Thanks for joining us.
But you talked about that. Oh yeah, shout out to him, man. You talked about that Pharaoh looking Wolverine though. I think Sam Keith did a really good job at making Wolverine look that way.
Yeah, definitely.
And that was a Pharaoh Wolverine before the adamantium was ripped out of his body. That's dope.
Yeah.
That's that Marvel Comics presents.
And like the Marvel Comics Presents, this is a run that I'm trying to complete. And this was the last Sam Keith cover that I needed for the run that he did in this series. Because I think it started with like 85, but I could be wrong because this was only the last one I needed. But I do have all the covers now that he did for Marvel Presents, so I'm very happy to get that issue finally. But this would be one I guess would be kind of a horror. I don't know if I'd want that coming after me.
Still cool.
Yeah. Okay. But this is the one I can think of as a horror, and this is one I just grabbed. I just picked up recently. I don't know if you guys seen this cover.
That's pretty cool.
No.
Wait a minute. What is that?
It is Hulk. It's Incredible Hulk, the Living Hulk. It's a variant cover to. I haven't even opened this thing up, but it's a variant edition. It's issue number 38, and he looks like Frankenstein right there.
So it's a Frankenstein Hulk, huh?
Yeah, and it's titled The Living Hulk. So I think they're doing this for their monster release. But
okay.
And then this one is of course is Immortal Hulk. It's number 0. I just think it looks pretty gruesome, But I don't know.
Alex Ross.
Yeah. I just figured. I got Alex Ross in this. I noticed now I got a bunch of Alex Ross books in here. It would have been good for last week, right? But yeah, as for a blind box, I guess that's probably close I got to horror. I do have
some Alex Ross if you want to show it.
Yeah, I got some Alex Ross. I got some Tim Saley. I know that in here. I picked this one up recently too. This was a great cover for $1. I know Chula will enjoy that. Steranko shield.
Oh, nice. Yeah, Steranko comic right there.
Yeah, it's a Steranko homage, but you know what I mean? That's cool for $1. And see, this one's Marvel Knights right there. So that's why I thought like the other book that that four-way showed, I saw the little bit of black and white up there. I'm thinking, oh man, so I'm trying to collect those. I do have some of the timeless Alex Ross covers. Cause see, here's the one I grabbed. They threw this in my box, and he just goes, "You're welcome." Spider-Man one. And I don't even have that on my pool, so I've been getting very lucky. Let me see. I know I got some more in here. Of course, you showed this one last show, Chulu. This one I was talking about. That's a cool one. Zombies. Yeah, and then gosh, I got a Zen scope in here. That's crazy.
So you're telling me, Tat, this is a random box that you pulled?
No, I know, right? No, I'm being serious. Most of the books in here are just ones that I picked up, so I just threw in here. I haven't even organized it, and it was just sitting in my room, and it was covered up. So I mean, I'm not kidding you. I literally just grabbed this because I mean, it looks like it's all organized, but it's not. Here's another. See, because I just recently got these ones. I threw them in here, and there's like Spider-Man mixed in here. There's Carnage, Venom. There's X-Men. I even got the Crow. So I just picked these up recently.
How's it going?
Oh, nice. Yo, shout out. Good looking out, Rack 718. Thank you for joining us, brother. It's been a minute, man. I haven't seen you around for a while. Quick little shout out also to Undisputed Frost.
It's Joe Frost.
Yeah.
Isn't that the what is it? The bear, the shirtless bear fighter or something like that? Isn't that what we nicknamed him?
Yeah. He's salty as ever, saying, "Hey, girls." I don't know who he's talking to.
Yeah, I know.
I think he was.
Hey, if he dated girls with beards before, I feel sorry for him, man. What's up with that?
Right?
Calling me a girl with a beard, man. What's up with you, Frost? That's okay, man. I got some football cards if he wants them, so he better be nice.
There you go.
Man.
So I'm assuming there's no DC in this box, Tat. Is that?
Let me see. Let me see.
No, I'm just asking.
There could be.
I'm just wondering.
Here's some Carnage. I didn't realize I had in here. So it's like I said, this is just a mixture. I usually try to keep all my DC separate from my Marvel. Sure. I do that at least. But when I get other books, I just throw them in here.
Yeah, well, I like to mix mine up.
But I bet you do keep the Black Widow separate from everything else, though, man.
I go Black Widow with Batgirl and Supergirl.
Oh, man, that ain't right.
I got my own system.
That's a cat fight waiting to happen, man. Some Zen scope.
Very nice.
Yeah, bet nuts. How much I like.
Oh, shit. Stop the show, fellas. Look who made it. Metal.
Eddie's here.
What's up, Eddie, the comic guy?
Oh, man. We're going to have Eddie on the show sometime. That would be cool.
Yes.
Yeah. He hasn't made an appearance in quite a while.
I'd like to have Eddie here.
Hell yeah.
This is all my...
Yeah. Oh, nice. I got a couple of sets of those. I think that's a really great story with some cool art right there.
Yeah, I know.
Have you read that one, Tat?
I have not read it yet.
Jeff Loeb is typically good. I mean, he's usually a good writer.
Yeah. No, I want to read this. It's just what was funny is I go to my store and he tells me, he says, "Hey man, I got some books you might want to get." He says, "If you don't want to understand," and he goes, "I got some Hulk." I said, "Okay, you got me interested." Then he showed me. He said, "Oh yeah, I'll take those." And he goes, "Without hesitation." I go, "Just give them to me now." What's up, Eddie? But yeah,
he's calling you a cabron, Tat. I don't know why he's doing that. That's messed up.
He's not calling me a cabron, man. Hey, don't talk like that to me, man. Don't even go there, bro. I got some. Oh, here's some Alex Ross. Here's some. I'll show these Alex Ross. These are ones I just recently got too. I totally forgot. I know I might have showed them in my 49-cent haul that I picked up.
I've not seen those.
Yeah, it's Astro City.
Yeah, Astro City.
Yeah, there's this has got like a lot of different runs in them. Because there's like book 4 and there's 4 to that, then there's book 3, then there's 3 to that, book 2, and there's 5 to that. But I mean, there's no way I was going to leave these there for 49 cents, and they're all in really good condition. None of these need a Cholula pressing to them, which is nice. But I do have some books where I got to send to Cholula. I figure when I send Cholula some books to press, I'm also going to send him some books that he can keep.
Yep, that's always a good deal.
When I first saw this, I thought that was Barbie, and I go, "No, that's not Barbie."
Yeah, that's a nice cover.
Yeah, no, his Alex Ross, and what's nice about these ones, I believe a lot of these he does the interior as well. Because I know you guys were talking about that before. It's kind of hard to find the cover artist. I like this cover a lot. find the cover artist will do the interiors at the same time, because a lot of them have said that I've met at cons where they make more money doing covers than they do the interior now. So they'll just literally do the covers. Yep, unless they are writing a book themselves, like Scotty Young did with a few of his titles. Bully Wars, I believe, was one of them that he did. The interior and the insides for. Oh, geez. Of course, Eric Powell, I love the fact that he does the Goon and he does the interiors for the Goon. I mean, that's another artist I really enjoy his writing and his work. So, I mean, that's all. I mean, I have more in the short box, but I'm just going to show that, man. That's good. I'll hear some other stories and drink my beer.
Hey, really? Cool.
And if nobody's seen my latest shout out board, go check it out. I did do a quick little video for it. It was
talk about Halloween related, right?
I could go grab it if you want. I can show it later on before the end of the show if you want. It'll be my shout out. Yeah, it'll be my shout out to a channel. So let me go grab that real quick.
Sounds good. All right. So we got so Tat did a little bit of horror stuff, and he showed his he jumped into what I was going to call the short box surprise. Short box surprise. Who's next? Who wants to jump in?
I'll show my horror stuff.
Cool.
Yeah. Go for it.
All right, Fourway.
So
what you got?
I thought the last show that I blew my horror load. I don't really collect a lot of horror books, so I was digging through the stuff looking for my Kubert stuff, and I came across these ones which I think you can.
Oh, nice!
Universal Monster. Cool. I mean that's some classic horror right there.
Love me some Frankie.
So this one right here, it was a gift from Bluntzilla. I don't know if any of you remember Bluntzilla or not.
Yeah.
But, this is Batman Eat Robin. It's a book from Belgium. Le Masque de la Mort. It's all in French.
Boy.
Oh, that's dope.
French?
Yeah.
Oui, oui, monsieur.
But it reprints. I can't even remember what it reprints. But it's issue number 35, a Whitman variant. It's just very cool to have.
Now, are those spine ticks or are those fake spine ticks?
Yeah, those are all spine ticks. This is legit
spine ticks. Wow.
Homegrown.
I wasn't sure. I thought it just part of the art, to be honest.
No, that CVA, I totally understand what you're saying
nowadays, right? Like when you have a throwback looking cover, they add those in.
Yeah. They paint it.
Yeah, no, you ain't kidding. It throws me off when I see it on the rack. I'm like, damn, man, they must be really hard to try to sell these books without this one lit up with spine ticks. I get close to it, it's like, nah, it's just drawn on there. I'm sorry, go ahead, brother.
That's all right, man. This is the Walking Dead reprint number 1. It's the David Finch cover.
Yeah,
I've not seen that one before. That's really cool.
I've never seen that one.
Is that the one that came in the blind bag? Those black, nice.
Oh, bro, that's nice.
I said I wasn't going to get caught up in the hype of it all.
Right.
By one. That
was your one. That was it.
By one. I mean, they've got so many different variants of number 1. It's like, don't buy them all.
Some more Vampirella.
Oh, yeah.
Another Joshua Middleton Vampirella.
Yeah, that's a great cover right there.
Yeah, I can't have that. I can't have that in the house. No.
He can have Black Widow half naked, but he can't have Vampirella half naked.
Yeah, Black Widow's okay, but not Vampirella.
This time we got
that's nice.
Ross.
Oh, that's hella nice.
Yeah, okay.
Turn down the lights for CVA. Light a candle.
Two more here. We got Archie versus the Predator.
I've never seen that either. That's sick, man. Dark Horse.
Yeah.
That's a pretty cool one.
They're trying to make Archie a badass. It's not going to work.
Yeah, Archie's faced off against a couple of pretty awesome people. He's Archie versus the Predator, Archie versus the Punisher, Archie versus Moans.
It's like, come on.
Hey, gingers can snap too, bro. The gingers can snap and get into something else. Ginger snaps.
I'm pretty sure that it's been shown, but I pulled it out for Cholula.
Oh, love it.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have that, Jonathan?
I do. I have a couple of copies. And huge shout out to Amazing Murphinator. He actually got me that book signed.
I love it. It's a beautiful book. One day I'll have the original EC. This will do in its place for now.
What's a cover? It's a cover swipe of what again?
It's a good question.
Some EC from a long time ago.
Yeah, it was like for a Eerie comic or something like that.
Something like that, like Creep or horror. Yeah, something like that. It's dope.
I did buy, I guess the paperback. You know, it had like all the stories into one book, right? I don't know, but I did buy one of those a while back ago at Goodwill, and I read that book from front to back, and man, the story in that was really interesting. I really enjoyed it. I like when he went. Oh yeah, no, I mean I really liked it because when he went up to when Wolverine went to go hook up with Cyclops to get a sword, so he can use that to cut off. Yeah, when he went to go meet Cyclops to get that blade to cut off Sabretooth's head, he just comes walking and goes, "Oh," he called him a douche. I think it was. He called him a douche.
Yes, he did. Like he is a douche. That's why he called him that.
Yeah, and Cyclops is chilling with this woman. You know, he's playing with the sword outside, and there's a White Queen. He just comes walking and goes, "Oh man, this douche." And he asked for the knife, and he did give it to him. But I just remember, like in the beginning of the story, he walked to the X-Men house, whatever, where the kids or the training class was. Yes, thank you. And Sabretooth was in there, and he was smelling Sabretooth. He's wondering what the heck he knows that smell. And he realized that they were like allowing him to stay there, and he kept trying to warn them, "Hey, you don't want it. There you go."
Wow.
He was warning them, you don't want Sabretooth here. You know, you don't want him here. And then it just kind of jumped from story to story, and then at the end, he does get Sabretooth. It was really cool.
You know, go read that cover. Jolting tales of tension in the EC tradition. Come on, no one talks like that anymore.
Crime suspense stories. No, but that's dope. It's such a like sick ass throwback. Like, look at the line work, the colors, and like you said, CBA, the language, like it's just dope.
It's a Johnny Craig cover.
Johnny Craig.
Yeah, I've never heard of Johnny Craig before.
I've never heard that name before. I want to chase down that book. So that's number 22, huh? Okay.
Wait. Does it have Black Widow in it? Because if it does, he'll get it right now.
Actually, there was a Black Widow from the 40s or 50s, right? There was another Black Widow from that time.
Was there?
It's not Natasha, but it's a character named Black Widow.
Yeah. Huh. Hey,
wait,
really
CBA,
quickly,
you got good taste, brother. You got good taste, bro.
Really quickly, Tat. I know you're right. Yeah. Wolverine does call Cyclops a douchebag because he is. But let me tell you, though, I remember you talking about that story, like triggers all my memories of like me reading it. So let me tell you, he does call him that. But in all fairness, the thing is, the Muramasa blade is the only blade that can kill Wolverine because it negates his healing factor. So if he gets anything cut off, it won't heal because it's like it's magically imbued or whatever. So it negates his healing factor. But let me tell you, Wolverine had enough foresight to know that even though Cyclops is a douchebag, he's the only one he could trust with keeping the Muramasa blade safe. So I thought that was pretty dope.
Yeah, because he gave that to Cyclops. He says, if I ever lose my mind, if I ever go to that berserk state of mind, you know, I want you to have this because I have a feeling that, you know, you would do the right thing. You wouldn't hesitate kind of stuff. So that's the reason why I gave it to him. Yeah, so you're right about that. I just thought it was funny because I know they've always had that love-hate relationship. You know what I'm saying? Because they were both Eskimo brothers because they both were in love with the same woman. You know what I mean by Eskimo brothers?
Yeah, I know what you mean by that. Bro.
You ever seen the movie The League? Okay. So they're Eskimo brothers. They didn't like that. Yeah, they didn't like that.
Yeah, you don't have to elaborate.
Come on, I was going to elaborate, but I was just. So yeah, I'm serious. I really enjoyed that story. I thought that story was really written well, and I liked how it jumped all around and somehow connected. I just thought it was hilarious that they would throw that in there amongst everything else.
Man, and you know what's dope about this show? Like, thank you guys because you guys read your books. That's what I'm talking about. Like, we show our covers and we talk about artists and we talk about authors and we show things off, but we get into this dialogue that, hey, remember when we read this? Yup, because we read books. Thank you.
Oh, yeah. And everybody here, I mean, we definitely collect what we like. You know, I mean, I know I rip on CBA about Black Widow, but like I said, he's got good taste. I mean, you know, he likes the character, and that's what he likes to find her and collect. You know, just like you do at Wolverine, and there's other characters besides Wolverine. You know, and like our homeboy right there, Fourwayflashers, his is Captain America, and he also likes Superman. You know, and there's other characters, but the one he mainly goes for is Captain America. So that, you know, you guys are passionate about what you collect, and that's why it's easy to talk to you guys or ask you guys questions or, you know,
to be honest with
learn
you,
from you guys.
The one that I go for is the one that's drawn by Jack Kirby. Doesn't matter who it is, as long as it's drawn by the King. That's who you chase down. So
and see that's cool too, you know, because you have that one artist that you connect with. You know what I'm saying? When you see this stuff, it brings enjoyment to you, or it takes you back years when you first saw his work. You know what I mean? That's what's cool.
So now that you brought that
you
up,
said all the
Flashers, what is your most favorite Kirby cover or the Grail Kirby that you want to go after?
Ooh.
Because mine is that one where they have Daredevil and Captain America on the cover, but I kind of should know what yours is.
I showed you my Grail last week, which was
okay.
The
Avengers number 4,
or the Avengers number 4. That was like my all-time. You know, when people use the term Grail very lightly.
I think Grail is something that you might not be able to get. It's like almost impossible.
Right.
Or you have to work really hard to get it, right?
Yeah.
And when you finally
but
got
it's
it,
awesome when you get it. It's awesome when you get it. Yeah. See, that's
you know, this one was something that I needed. It's not just that I wanted. I needed this book.
Right.
Once I finally had the chance to get this book, I kind of felt lost for a little bit, to be honest with you, like for collecting comics, because once I had that Grail, I was just like, where do I go from here now? So my next Grail for collecting was to get the Kirby autograph. That's when right now. According to tracking, it's in Cincinnati.
It's on its way.
Four is like, as soon as I know it's like 2 hours away, I'm getting it.
So hopefully by next week when we're on again, you get to show it off.
Oh man, I'm looking forward to that.
I'll take a shot of whatever I got when you get it.
It would be interesting to see it because it doesn't have the cover, but it's still attached, right?
14th, so like I don't have a Grail book. I've got a lot of nice to gets now.
Yeah.
If I ever got an Avengers number 1, that's a nice to get. It's not a
yeah, it's a nice to get for sure.
Yeah, but it's not like that'll make or break my collection. You know, like there's so like I'm trying to slowly ease into another Grail book.
Right.
I don't know what it is yet, but it seems kind of I don't know, like not hubris, but it's just like, you know, like, oh, you know, Avengers number 1. This is I don't know, just
let me ask you why do you say it that way? Is it because you think it's too hard to attain, or is it because it doesn't really matter? I'm just curious.
So my collecting style, and we're gonna get deep into the mind of me for a second.
Inside of you, we're gonna get inside of you.
I'm collecting 12-cent Marvel books.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
That's what I collect. I've kind of sworn off modern books. The only modern books I'm collecting right now is the Batman New Adventures. Because I wanted to read it.
Yeah,
I enjoyed
those are fun.
The TV series or whatever. I love Ty Templeton. I think he's a great guy, and so I wanted to pick that up. Also partly because I thought I just have this feeling that they're going to introduce someone in there that's going to be on par with Harley Quinn, and I'm not going to miss out on that this time.
Well, hey, Fourwayflashers, real quick, while you're talking about the New Adventures of Batman, have you seen the cover they have at the Walmart? I guess it would be like a Walmart exclusive for that Batman Adventures.
We don't have Walmart books in Canada. They don't ship them to Canada, so I have not seen it. No.
Well, I tell you what, I probably will have to go there tomorrow. And if I do, it's still there. I don't mind picking up. I was thinking about picking up one, but if they have two there, dude, I'll pick up one. I'll grab one for you since
That'd be
you're
great.
talking about collecting it. Yeah. And I'll hook you up. I'll send it out that way because as soon as I'm done with your shout out board and I make the poster for you, I'll send you that. I'll put the book of something else. I want to roll it up into two. You know what I'm saying? but I'll hook you up with that book.
Real quick, speaking of shout outs, quick shout out to the uncanny Kyle Walker. He says,
Hey, Mr.
"Hello,
Walker.
everyone. What's up, brother, man? It's good to see you. Thank you so much for joining us. It's been a while, man. Well, you got to join us live one of these days. I'd love
That'd
to
be
have
awesome.
Kyle's the best.
fellow Marvel collector, fellow Wolverine collector, fellow X-Men guy. Love Kyle Walker. What's up, brother?
There you go.
He's really close
Yeah.
to finishing his X-Men run, and I'm actually
he is.
one of the books he needs. I took a 12 center out of my collection. I'm trading him my X-Men number 6 so that he's gonna be that much closer. You know, and again, it's for me. It's a great book. Don't get me wrong. It's Submariner on there, but he needs it. He needs it more than I do. Like his grail is that run, right? So
right.
Yeah, it's fucking dope, bro. That's good. Good on you, man.
I'm not gonna spoil it or nothing with that. What's coming back is like, oh, I can't wait for that.
Well, hey, do you have Daredevil number 1 then?
No, I don't have Daredevil.
I'm just kidding. That's my next grail book is getting Daredevil number 1.
Yeah,
I'm gonna get it somehow, some way. I'm gonna get it somehow.
The thing is, like, with my pressing and stuff, I get so many good books.
Mm-hmm.
I press for my.
Is
local
Jonathan frozen?
Looks like he is, yeah.
I think he's doing a hair commercial. He's showing off his nice locks.
Sorry, Mike. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Mike, go ahead.
Sorry, but yeah. So I because of the pressing, I'm able to pick up a ton of awesome books, and I know you've seen this one. This, you know.
Oh man.
Yeah, I owned that book a long time ago. Early in my marriage, I trimmed down my collection and I got rid of it, and I regretted it ever since.
Yeah.
It is so to speak my grail, but like the way you phrase it, Mike, it's kind of like something that's nice to have. I don't have to have it anymore, you know, because I like collecting the modern stuff I'm getting. I don't absolutely have to have that first Natasha. I would love to have it. It would be really nice to get it, but I don't have to have it. I mean, you know, I'm going to probably retire from collecting in 10 years from now. And it's like, I don't really need to have it.
Yeah.
But if you don't want it, Mike, you could send it to me. It's
okay. When I grow bored of it.
Once he's used up, once he's used goods, damaged goods.
Man. Oh.
So anyways, I was going on about my 12-cent books that I'm collecting, right? So I don't have like a book that's more valuable to me in that run that like. There's some really big books in there. There's a Fantastic Four number 1 in there. You know, there's Avengers number 1. There's Amazing Spider-Man number 1. You know, like all these ones. I mean, let's face it. I'm not like a flipper really. You know, I sell some books every now and then or whatever. But it would take a lot of hustling to get just even one of those books.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like it's a grill for me to go after Amazing Spider-Man number 1, but you know, it's if I ever got it, you know, I wouldn't turn down the opportunity to get it.
Right. Yeah, that's kind of how my collecting. I I've never sold any of my books. I've only either taken them to the comic book store that I was going to and traded them in for credit to get the book that I really wanted. Or, you know, I would go and buy books on the cheap and take them in, and, you know, they would give me store credit just to put toward the book I was also still trying to get. So, or, you know, if I have a bunch of books I'm done with, I either give them to my son or ask my friends, or I just gift it to somebody that I know in the community that's looking for that book. And if I have it and I don't need it, kind of thing. But I'm like you. I don't really worry about getting that grail, because I know if I've seen it once, I'll see it again. And if I don't, okay, the one day it does come up, if I got the money and I can afford it, I'll get it. There he is.
Hey, look who's back.
Oh, my favorite Mexican, but it says PayPal Murph.
PayPal Murph.
Nice.
Who the fuck
Yes.
is PayPal Murph?
Oh no, what's going on?
Listen,
Hold on. Let's
you
see
ever
what he's
wanna
talking
sell
about.
Something? You ever want to buy something? Or do if you just want to send us money, I don't take super chats. You can always take, you can always sell it to me, or whatever the fuck. Hey, Mikey, Fourwayflashers, good to see you, my friend. Haven't seen you in a long time.
The one thing I love about Murph is he one time, I think he was meaning to text somebody else, but he texted me. He goes, "Hey man, what books are you selling?" I go, "I ain't selling no books." And he just goes, in his Murph way, he goes, "Well, hey, if you ever do, I'll buy them." I'm like, all right, brother.
I'll buy them from you. That was your brother, Pat. That was your brother, because he said, "My bro." He said, "My bro is selling some shit." And I'm like, all right, well, Tad, that's your bro.
Yeah.
Look at this shit. Hey, AG says Cholula leaves and comes back with Murph.
That's what I'm talking about right there, man.
Hey, Murph.
Yo.
Murph. Cheers, brother.
Oh, wait. Let me grab a beer.
Right with you. What do we, so I chimed in late and I haven't checked the group chat. I hear about grails. I hear about 10-cent books, 12-cent books. Ron, Mike, where are you guys going with this? What's going on? What am I missing?
We're all over the place. We're talking about we're talking about Cubert, all the Cuberts. Adam, Andy, Joe, Katie, whatever Cubert you want to talk about. We're showing off some horror stuff because it's still October.
All right.
I think the conversation,
whatever you want.
The conversation Fourway and I were having was a continuation of last week. He had mentioned that he got his grail, and now what's next? And I was telling him my grail was, the Tales of Suspense, First Black Widow, but I don't absolutely have to have it. Don't need to have it. Don't need to chase it. And I was telling him if he doesn't want his, he can send it to me.
Right. I agree with that.
And then we're supposed to show horror books. Everyone's been showing Marvel, so I'm going to show DC. This is the Monsters of the Month variant cover. Batman New 52, number 35.
Is it me now?
That's Brian Stelfreeze right there.
Yeah, I've met this artist so many times, and I never get anything signed. I don't know. I always mess it up. So I got to find this guy.
He's super cool.
He's super cool, yeah, and I always blow it. I always come to his table, I meet him, and then I don't get stuff signed. I don't know what's wrong with me.
He goes to Stockton Con quite a bit.
He does?
Yeah, that's the first time I
know
met him. Yeah.
And this is DC House of Horror.
Oh, nice.
Oh, that's nice. Is that supposed to be Superman, or is that Bizarro?
I think it's Bizarro, right?
I don't know, but look at that price tag. If you turn that upside down, you stand on your head, it's $666.
Oh, hey, you know what?
Oh, nice.
Real quick, Tat, I'll tell you. Actually, I think it is Superman because look at the S. It's the right way.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's the right way. Yeah, that's true.
I think that's a Kaluta cover.
Oh, nice.
And I'm going to try to convert Fourwayflashers into a DC fan. This is Superman Alex Ross stuff. I brought these out just for him.
Is that Superman and Professor X?
No, that ain't Wheels. That looks like that's a.
I'm guessing it's Jonathan Kent, but I don't know.
Yeah, it looks like it'd be his dad.
There's another Alex Ross cover.
Superman. Nice. Faces of Evil.
Now, did he do all the covers for that Faces of Evil run?
No, I don't think so.
No, just a few, right?
Yeah, because I have the Solomon Grundy, and I think it's Greg Land.
Yeah, you're right. I think it is Greg Land, yeah. Oh, I just saw that book today.
So Fourwayflashers, if you want Alex Ross Superman, these are cheap. You can get them 50 cents, $1. You just got to hunt for them.
Nice.
That makes me think of the Wolverine cover where he's facing against Deadpool, but Deadpool's putting the blades between Wolverine. That makes me think of that when I see that one.
With the X as an
Yeah,
X.
yeah. See that those are great covers, man.
Who's that on the right hand side there? Who's he facing off against?
Oh, that.
Oh, sorry, I put you on the spot. Sorry.
No,
I'm not a Superman fan. I'm just an Alex Ross fan.
yeah.
God. I want to say it's Atlas, but I don't know.
Maybe.
Yeah,
I think that's
a great
Solomon
cover.
Grundy, I think.
Born on a Monday.
Pay you on a Tuesday.
I think he's an underrated. He's an underrated and underused character, Grundy.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say Superman. So you get those for cheap. Just want to share that with Fourway.
I do have a little bit of DC. DC's not my thing.
Yeah, that's cool though. That's cool. Alex Ross, man, he does crossover pretty well, and I don't think he has a problem selling covers at all.
I'm going to show a couple of horror covers, guys.
Go.
Yes,
please.
All right, so I'm just going to show off a quick little run. So I got X-Men, Curse of the Mutants, #1.
I think I have that one.
Are those any Granoff covers?
They are Granoff, I believe. Yeah.
Okay. Because I know I have a few in that run that are Annie Granoff, and I do enjoy them. They're nice.
So there is Wolverine facing off against Blade. So the Curse of the Mutants is because I want this whole storyline starts off with them facing off against Dracula.
Your internet's
and this is a storyline that what was that?
You keep freezing up, Jonathan.
Yeah, your internet. Do you have a lot of kids playing on the Wi-Fi right now?
Nobody's home.
Oh, somebody's tapping into your line, brother. Or should when you're like that, it doesn't freeze up. So try it again, man. Go, there you go.
Okay. All right. So this whole storyline is about it's called Curse of the Mutants, and it's about the X-Men facing off against Dracula.
Nice.
And so there's Wolverine versus Blade.
Mm-hmm.
And so this is right after the House of M storyline where a lot of the mutants lose their powers.
Right.
And this leads into the storyline of Jubilee becoming a vampire. #3 with Dracula from the Cabal in the background. You see him with the long hair?
Mm-hmm.
I got too much for that one. Now,
here's my favorite
issue. Here's my favorite issue of the whole book. So Wolverine gets turned for like a minute, but his healing factor kicks in and kicks the vampire virus out of his body.
So who did that cover? I'm sorry.
I believe it's Granoff.
Because there's one after that I like where it's Wolverine, and I want to say it's Psylocke either on the front cover with them. It's really dark. I have that cover. I love that cover too.
So you can see right there, it's really small. It says AG on it. Addy Granoff. That's not AG Surfer. That's Addy Granoff.
It could be AG Surfer. He does moonlight on the sides.
Yeah. There's another one, #6, I believe, or #5, with that ugly looking vampire right there. Another same one. Sorry, I got a couple doubles in here. Cyclops facing off against Dracula, and
there's another
double.
It's all good.
Spidey cross.
Now that's a Dotson right there, right?
Yes.
Crossover here. Yeah. I think that's a Dotson right here.
Yeah.
Dotson.
The other one was 2. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
I saw one today. It was really cool cover. It was where Gambit was a vampire and he's about to bite the neck of Rogue, which I love Rogue.
Yeah, you do.
Rogue is my girl, man.
All right. I think there's only one more in this.
Dude,
little lot
Wolverine's
right
about
here.
to teabag. Wolverine's about to teabag that lizard, whatever.
Hey, you know what? I forgot to mention. I apologize. Real quick, shout out to the Doom 143. He actually gifted me that book. Where the hell is it? Anyways, the one with Wolverine on the cover.
Yeah.
He AOK'd me that book out of nowhere. I was watching one of his videos years ago. I want to say 3, maybe 4 years ago, when the Doom first got into like the comic book community, and I just made a comment. I was like, man, that's an amazing cover right there. I'm a huge Wolverine fan, and I've never seen that. I'm gonna hunt that down. He was like, don't even trip, bro. I know that there's an extra copy at one of my shops. One of these days I'll send it to you. And like the next day he was texting me like, hey, what's your address? I was like, fuck, seriously? Like, send it to me in Mylar and everything. Like, shout out. Good looking out, Doom.
Yeah. You know, a big shout out to Doom too. He hooked me up with that. It's not a Marvel Legends toy, but it's the one where you get the free comic book, and it was the one where you get the Hulk 181 and had Wolverine and Hulk. He knew I was looking for that toy for like a long time. He just calls me up one day, or he texts me, and then he called me and he says, "Hey, bro, I got that. It's at my mom's house. I don't want it. Do you want it?" I said, "Yeah, I'll take it." And he sent it my way, which is so cool. He didn't have to do that, and
hey,
I mean,
and nowadays that's a pricey little toy.
Yeah.
That's like at least $40-$50 right there.
Oh yeah, and I'll never get rid of it. But it was just so cool. I remember I was able to chat with Doom a lot. I haven't chatted with him in a while, but I mean he's still doing good. I know he's hooking up with Gomez and Joker 21, right? They're doing their show, East Meets West or something like that, I think. So he's been on there.
This one right here, Teddy.
Yeah, that's the one he sent me. He gifted me that toy, man, out of the blue, and I was like, damn, I just thought that was so cool. It hangs up in my closet with the rest of my other action figures I won't take out of a box.
Yeah, it's got the book in the background, which is dope.
Yeah, so that's like that's definitely a reprint.
AG says Doom is the Hawaiian Santa Claus.
Ho ho ho, mahalo. Pretty much, man. Yeah, Doom is still just he's a really good collector. I know he does a lot of the speculation and stuff, but you know what, man, the way he collects, I have respect for it. I have respect for how everybody collects. It just like I haven't talked to Seeking Nemo Comics, but I know those two guys they still get together and talk and they still chat. So it's just good to see like they're still trying to come back around. They're being part of the community like they always have been. So it's nice to see them.
Yep. I got a couple quick little things to show. You guys
okay? Cool? Yeah,
right.
And then I just got that little shout out board I'll show later on. I'm not worried.
I got a little bit of Beersheimer going on. Did I show off this this Wolverine 82? And the only reason I want to show this one right now is did I show this earlier?
No. Okay, I didn't see it.
So speaking of Adam Kubert and the rest of the Kuberts, Joe Kubert actually did the inks on the interior to this one.
Oh, really? Cool.
Yeah. So yeah, it's kind of cool. Like too bad he's gone now, but that would have been a dope book to get like double signed, right?
Oh yeah.
And the last little thing that I'll show off horror related is we're talking about some old school monsters, right? So I'm a big fan of the old school Universal monsters, and talking about Dracula, some of my Funko Pops.
Yeah, I showed you guys the Frankenstein a while back. Yeah, that's cool. I haven't gotten the Dracula, man.
That's a Walgreens exclusive. Is that what that is?
It's a Walgreens exclusive, but it's one of the newer ones. There's an older Dracula that's available from the series that I'm going to show you next. That dude's pricey. That dude is super.
Oh yeah.
That Dracula doesn't look scary. It looks more like a butler.
Yeah, he's like, how may I help you? Like he's a Walmart greeter.
Dishes.
So here's Frankie.
Yeah.
Yep. And
mine's holding the flower.
And so the Dracula from this set is super expensive. If you ever get a chance to get them.
And how expensive are you talking about?
I want to say like up in the like anywhere like 50 to like 80, somewhere up there.
Yeah, it's getting close to the 100. Just like the flock swamp thing, for a while there, that was pretty spendy, and then it dropped. Yeah, Wolfman, that's That's a nice one, man. Makes you think of Teen Wolf, but that one's actually really a lot better.
Yeah. And anyways, that's all I got, fellas.
How many Funko Pops do you think you own, Jonathan? Just curious.
One is too many.
So the thing about Murph is Murph wants to crush all the Funko boxes that exist ever. Let's see.
I will go to Walmart or Target or Newberry Comics that's over here in the East Coast, and I will routinely just walk down the aisle, and I'll put my hands on a box, and I'll just squeeze it, and I'll just walk by. I'll just keep on walking, just keep on walking. Because I don't understand what the fuck you guys are buying. Are you buying a box, or are you buying the figure that's inside the box? That's what I don't understand.
You sure you're not just going for toilet paper and seeing if it's Charmin?
All of it. We're buying
I think
the whole
Murph thinks
thing.
it's Charmin. He's using the restroom.
It's so different, in my opinion, to a comic book. All right.
Yeah.
If you crush the comic book, well, then you're screwed. There's no outer protection. What is it you're buying? I'll sell you cardboard all day long.
I see some Funko Pops back there. How many do you own?
Maybe 6.
Ooh, that's not bad.
1,600.
I try and stay away from them at all possible.
Yes.
Most of them are my kids.
Those don't count.
Fourway, you're a smart man. You have a better self-control than I do. I have the very same idea that you have. I try to stay away from them. I tried to not get them, and I held out for a long time. CBA, I never answered your question. I have just under 50. No, that's not even a lot. For people who collect Funkos, get that. That's disgusting. Get that out of here. For people who collect Funkos, that's not a lot. I have just under 50. And
50.
Yeah, under.
You're right. I understand it. I've probably purchased 100 in my life. My daughter has so many of them. She loves them. She likes them. The Harry Potter line, the Walking Dead line, the Disney lines. I've probably bought 100 of them.
Cage, These are
the first Funko Pops I ever bought. This is the first Funko Pops I ever gave into. I fucking love this show. The Golden Girls is a shit.
And whose fault was that?
My favorite show ever.
Hey, wait. Okay, real quick, Jonathan. Who was the one that turned you on to Funko Pops in the first place?
I mean, I guess you, Tat. Shit.
Exactly, because I showed those Pops, and you're like, holy shit, they got the Golden Girls, and then you ordered them. So it's my fault. I'm sorry. It's my fault.
After that,
But Murph, I get what you're saying about the boxes.
I don't understand.
I totally.
I just don't get them.
Well, I totally get what you're saying, Murph. I mean, are you buying the box or are you buying the actual Funko? What's more important, the condition of the Funko or the box? I totally get that. The problem is that there's people out there that would be so stickler about the box. So if you were ever to try to sell it, they're going to be more like, well, the box has got a crack in it or the box has got a rip in it. So they're going to try to lowball you on the price of the product if you were trying to sell it, rather than just buy it for the actual figure, not the box.
It's because people look at them like toys, right? Like they're toy collectors, like NMIB. What is it? Near mint in box.
But exactly, I get that too. But see, like my thing is, if that's something I really wanted, then I'd look past the box and I'd get the toy because that's the toy I've always wanted, or that's the toy I had when I was a kid. And let's say somebody stole it from me or it broke. So I totally get Murph's side and I get your guys' side. I just nowadays, man, if it's something that I really want, I'll get it. The box is jacked up. I just try to make sure the figure inside is decent.
All right. So what's more important, a a mint in box 1970s Mego figure or a fucking pop that came out yesterday?
I would say the first one.
Yeah, I would say the first one now. But like, who knows? A few years. That's the thing is like back in the 1970s, did anyone think that the Migos figure was going to be worth anything? No.
No, because it looked really
Ron,
bad.
Ron, did you not play with your Mego figures?
I did.
You had one?
Up and everything.
Of course, you opened everything back then.
Yep, took it in the bathtub.
Whatever. Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
I got the window open over here, guys, and like somebody's out there smoking weed right now. I can smell it.
Is that why you have to keep getting up?
It's strong. No, it's out there. It's strong.
Mike, you say, what are you buying, the box or the figure or whatever? It's the same thing with a CGC case. If you get a 9.8 and that case has a scratch on it, you're gonna think less of it because the case has a scratch on it, right?
That it is true. You're right. And today I was lucky enough to be on the New York Warriors auction. I sold the book today.
Oh, congratulations!
I appreciate it. And my fear is the shipping part of the transaction. I sold the book. I'm going to package it up as best I can.
Right.
And I guarantee it's going to get to its destination. You know, Mike, I can send it to you in Canada and it would be fine. I guarantee you it's going to be fine.
Yeah.
But until that, the recipient opens it and examines it and says, he's a prominent YouTuber, so no, he's not going to bust my balls about it. He says I'm not going to be on Shotgun Blast, like don't buy some Amazing Mercenator or whatever. But yeah, you're right. I guess if you're into the collection, whether it's a comic book or a beer can or a pop figure,
he's just grabbing anything in front of him.
You're right. Or a Hershey bar that has that.
I love lamp. Are you just saying that because there's a lamp? I love lamp. Tell us about love, Murph.
Right. But if that's what it is, then you're right. As a buyer, you want it to be as pristine. I understand that. I do. I don't like pop figures.
Oh, yeah. There you go. There's a Flash Hershey bar. I mean, I bet he leaves Hershey marks on his pants and runs fast, right? Is that what you're trying to say?
I'm kind of the opposite now because I'm collecting a lot of the 12-cent books from Marvel, right? So
right.
I grade is not a huge factor for me. I mean,
not when you're looking at those 12 centers because they're older. But if we're looking at something brand new, right? Like but no, absolutely, Mike. Yeah, those. Yes. I think you were talking about it last week. How you really like the date stamp, how it adds character, right?
You like the stamps.
So Mike, Fourwayflashers, you were saying again though, like with the 12 centers, about the old age of it, or are you talking about like how bad of a condition does it have to be where you decide, okay, that I'm not going to get that? I mean,
so my deal breaker is hole punches.
Whole bunches. Oh, that's right. You were saying that last time. I'm sorry.
A book that's been hole punched, I will not buy. And
right.
There at my shop, there is a first appearance of Hawkeye on the wall. It's 150 Canadian, but it's hole punched. And I could get that like anytime I want because I press enough books every week that I could just take it off. And I've looked at it so many times. I'm just like, I'm not going to do it. I can't
because the hole punch. Right. No, I hear you.
And
so Mike, in that same vein of the hole punching, like, do you care? Oh no, you're actually doing something with the Marvel value stamps, right? I was going to ask you, do you care about missing Marvel value stamps?
Well, that's all Bronze Age books, but no, I mean, if it's going through a story, I would probably be a little bit upset, but it's not. I don't know. I've got Silver Age books that have rips in them and tears, and I've got the first appearance of Nick Fury, Highland Commandos #1.
Right.
And the centerfold page is missing a good portion of the page. But I was just like, you know what? That's on the inside. I'm gonna read the book maybe once or twice, and I'm never gonna open it again.
Right.
So it wasn't a deal breaker. When I look at that book with the hole punches, it irks me.
Yeah, you see it every time.
The Marvel Value stamps, I'm trying to cut them out and collect them. So.
I'm sorry. I got to turn away. That's a horror movie right there for me.
I saw Black Widow as you were turning the pages there. I saw it.
Yeah, you give that to CBA, he'll lick it and stick it.
I can definitely see where Fourway was talking about, as long as the outside of the book is aesthetically pleasing to you, you can tolerate interior deficiencies.
A little bit better, yeah.
You might just go through your long box and flip through and say, oh, well, here's my Tales to Astonish Black Widow that you don't have anymore, Ron. But whatever it's called. Here's my Adam Kubert. All right.
Nice. Adam Kubert. We love you, Murph. We love you.
But yeah, and here's my fucking Halloween cover. All right. So there you go.
Oh, nice.
All right.
Is that tops? Was that tops,
it's
Murph?
still in a poly bag with, so it's probably definitely not a 9/8 because I just threw it and it's got this seam on the thing. And, whatever.
But tops is the poster. That's cool though, man. I haven't seen that one before.
Yeah, does it still glow in the dark? I don't know. I don't know.
Oh yeah, it's glowing. It's glowing. I closed my eyes and I can picture it glowing.
There you go. And here's a Bill McKay. Here's a zombie tramp.
No, that's Cholula. There you go.
There we go. Sorry.
Oh, nice.
Right there. Zombie tramp signed by Mr. Bill McKay. Somewhere right over here left.
So, yeah, I can't have that in the house.
She's fucking talented.
Yeah. So yeah, condition is everything. Condition is everything when it comes to collecting. Can we all agree on that?
Yeah. So if we all agree on that, Murph, then why is the condition of the box nothing to you?
Because I don't understand Funko Pop. I don't get. But so I can take that same sentiment and say I want to collect 12-back 1977 Star Wars action figures, but I will not pay a premium if the hole punch is still intact.
Oh,
okay,
yeah.
Fucking figure. But now you're raising it to one other level because the hole punch is still
missing.
Now
intact or missing?
Yeah,
But to me that's like you're collecting Golden Age and Silver Age books, and of course your standard is going to be lower, right? Like if I'm getting a book off the shelf, that shit better be fucking Manny Mint. That shit better be a 9/8. If it's brand new and it came out this week, I don't want no fucking hole punches on it. I don't want no creases in it. It better not have no day stamps. That shit better be mint if I'm gonna buy a brand new off the shelf. However, if we're talking about Golden Age and Silver Age, I'm gonna be okay with a date stamp. I'm gonna be okay with some Marvel shipping. I'm okay with that. I'm fine.
Yeah, if that new book is jacked up, it better be in the quarter or dollar bin pretty soon. Because if it's still trying to sell for cover price, I am sorry, I'm not touching that book. Yeah,
I won't do it. I've passed up like key story or key issues because it was the last one. They came out that week. It was the last one on the shelf, and I'm like, wow, this thing is really beat up. Because Diamond shipped a bunch all messed up. And it's got corner creases and all kinds of bends. And I'm not paying full price for that. I won't.
Right. Well, in the words that Murph was talking about, though, I guess for me now, it used to be the condition of the box, but now I've gotten to the point where it's like, okay, is this something I'm going to want to sell? Because if it's not something I want to sell, then I'm not really going to care about the box anymore. I'm going to be looking more at the figure in the box. Now, if the box is completely crunched like an accordion, then yeah, I'm not going to get it. If it's got a little bit of a tear or a little bit of a crease in it, that's okay. Because I honestly, I haven't sold one yet, so I don't see why I should worry. But then there's that other side of me, though. It does come in and it says, man, would I buy this if I was looking to make money off of it? No. So I gotta value that back and forth to go, okay, I'm not looking to make money off this, so I'm just gonna keep it. And then if I do sell something good someday and the guy at least offers me what I paid for it, then that's cool. I'll take that all day, But it is funny though how some people are so anal about that stuff. It's like, come on. I mean, Murph does make a good point. Are you buying the box? Or are you buying the thing that's inside the box? But then as a collector, you want it to present well. You don't want it's standing up on your mantle or standing up somewhere in your house. You're like, that looks like shit. You know what I'm saying?
So I get
it. I get it on both sides.
I have one little weird example. Like I bought this off of eBay and I got a really good price on it. And I didn't know why I got a good price on it until it got here. It's Wolverine Funko Pop. It's him in the brown and tan suit. Let me see. Okay, it's him in the brown and tan suit. And this is actually a pretty a pricier pop. Like it goes for like $40 or $60, somewhere in there. And I got it for like bucks. Looks cool, right? It's fine.
Is it missing a claw?
Here's why it's messed up.
He's missing an arm.
Oh, he's missing the whole arm.
Missing a fucking arm.
Is that the Omega version?
So if you hold it like that, it's fine. But look at that shit.
Is that the Omega version?
And I was pissed when I got it, but I had to go back and I looked at the eBay listing, and he put it in the description. It was there. I just missed it. It was my fault. So I couldn't be mad at it, right? I was like, well, that's my bad. I don't know.
Wow, that's funny.
Manufacturer defect. Funny. Is that what that is?
Yeah, it's a manufacturer defect. Absolutely. Yep.
That's a topic for another time. But eBay listing, how many times have you thought you've been burned on an eBay purchase, and then go back and look at the listing? That's another show for another time.
Right.
It's happened to me. Be like,
It happens
that's funny though.
Times, like I'll see a book on the wall and I'll be like, I gotta have it, and then I bring it home and then I realize that whatever the comic is ripped on the back or something like that, and it's something that I should always do it. Is say, can I take it out of the book? Can I quickly leaf through it, make sure that all in there? I've done it with so many books. I mean, even my Avengers #4, I just bought it and the back of the book is chewed up pretty
by
good.
A mouse. Yeah.
And
that mouse has some expensive book in his stomach.
That habit is a hard thing to do at the conventions. When you go to a convention, you buy a book, you really need to take it out of the bag and look at it, because you don't know if all
that's
the pages
why I
are
can
there.
see the appeal of some people buying these, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly. The grade will tell you what it's worth.
For me, I can't afford the premium to buy something that says 5.5 when I know that I can go into a store and I can pretty much grade up a 5.5 myself and pay maybe like $100 less, $200 less.
Yeah.
You still have to be careful and look through your books, because it's funny that you showed that book as an example, because I have a story about that book. And you're absolutely right. And what Fourway is talking about grading a book up is because he presses and cleans his own books. So he can go and buy a more like kind of beat up book that he can not restore, but clean up and press, right?
Flatten it out, clean it up. Yeah.
And just get a better version, pay less, get a better version of it. But my story on that one, Fourway, is I bought that exact book. I pressed it, I cleaned it, I made it look nice and sweet. However, I didn't do my due diligence. I didn't do a page count. I flipped through it, but I didn't do a page count. Whoever owned the book before me had cut out an advertisement page so close to the spine that when I did my initial flip through, I didn't notice that anything was missing. Now, it doesn't affect the story, but it's just an advertisement page. So when I sent that in to get signed by John Romita, it came back a freaking green label, and I was like, damn it, dude.
Yeah.
Like, when you're expecting, and I actually reached out to the seller and I told him what happened, and he was cool. He refunded me some money. He didn't know it was his brother's collection, blah blah blah. So
Right.
all in all, I really didn't lose on the book, but I lost on, like, damn, I thought I had a really nice 4.5 copy signed by John Romita, and it turns out to be a green label, a qualified label, instead of a full version of it,
Yeah. Well, that was like what the comic book store I went to where I got my Hulk 181. After I just paid that off, a week later they got Hulk 182. So they're like, hey, do you want this? And I looked at it, and I knew the front was a little banged up. But I'm like, hey, I can definitely get this pressed out. I can get those creases pressed out. It'll look a lot better. So they sold it to me for $100. I got home. I was so excited. I just put it away. And then the next day I kind of pulled it out. I was looking through, and of course the value stamp was cut out of it. I mean, it wasn't cut out in a way where it looked nice. It was cut out in a way you're like, what the, so I went back and I told him, and the guy was just like, oh man, if you want to give me the book back, that's fine. I'll take it back, give you full credit. I said, no, I want the book. I'll still keep it. He said, okay, well, then I'll give you store credit. So then he gave me a little bit, like he gave me, I think it was like $40 store credit, from 100. Yeah. So I was stoked with that because he didn't know. He was just glad he found the book. He's like, hey, I know you're looking for this. Do you want it for 100? And I'm like, yeah, it's not that bad. I can get clean pressed. So this is one of those things, But the other thing,
you bought a Hulk 181 missing a value stamp?
No.
182.
182.
$100?
For $100.
Yeah. Take that goddamn buck and run all day long. $100. What is that worth now?
What, 182? My version is a
lot more than $100, right?
Yeah, I know. But my book, it was the condition of the book. I mean, I still have to get it, pressed down and fixed. But still, I mean, like I said, I went back and I told him I still keep the book. I didn't want to return the book. I just at least wanted to let him know. Because this was the type of store when I went in there and I found books that they had undergraded or they were underselling, I'd let them know and they would pull it back and, price it right. So me being honest with them all the time, they started realizing, okay, you know what, this guy isn't coming here to take us. He's coming here to help us. So let's help him back.
Can't screw this guy.
Yeah. But this is the same store that's allowing me to, like I said, pay off my first copy of 181, which I did. And I still got my second copy there, which now I'm under $100. So I'll have that before the end of the year, and I'll have my second copy of that book. So that's why I like this store. They like me. They let me put a lot of books off the side. They ain't worried about it. They know I'm going to come in and pay for it. But another thing I was going to say was, like, one time, just to have the patience to wait for a book, because like Fourwayflashers was saying earlier, it's if it's a book that he really wants, he'll either get it or he'll wait for it. He's not going to break his bank because he feels like he has to have it. He'll get it when he wants it. And that was kind of like with the Weapon X cover, the famous cover, Wolverine on the front. He's kind of like sprung out like this, his arms and legs, and it's supposed to be an origin story of him. Well, one of my comic book stores had that book graded. They were selling it for $60. And I was tempted to get it. And I said, you know what? Nah, I'm about to go to Comic-Con. If I come back and it's still here, I'll buy it. It was already great. I figured $60. That's kind of steep, but whatever. So I go to a Comic-Con. Not only did I find that same book raw, and even better condition than that, they were only selling it for $5. So of course I jumped on it, bought for $5. I came back and he's like, "Hey, we still got it on the wall. You want it?" I said, "Nah, I got mine for $5. You can keep that for $60." He's like, "Oh, cool, man." Yeah. So just the patience of knowing that you can possibly get a book for even cheaper than what you see it for, and then when you do find it, the payout is a lot better than stressing about it breaking your bank. Because my motto is, if you've seen it once, you'll definitely see it again. You might see it for a better price. What I think is great is, like Fourwayflashers and Cholula, they know how to press and flatten books, make them better. So they know if they find a book in the raw, it's a little jacked up, they know they can at least press it, get it to a better standard grade if they wanted to get it graded and take care of it. So that's how, when I find books now, I'm like, oh, Jonathan can take care of this. Go to Jonathan. You know what I'm saying? But that's what I love. I love that all you guys click differently and all you guys see things differently. And I think that's what, I think if anything, I hope that's what people take from watching our show, is that you shouldn't be hard on yourself, and you should never break your bank to get the book you want. because then you're going to
People
regret it.
watch this show.
Yeah, people watch this show, even if the New York Warriors are throwing an auction on, which I love their auctions. I never buy. It's not because of price or anything like that. I just don't buy like that. I like to find my stuff in the wild. I like to find my stuff in the wild and actually physically hold it. But I love the auction shows that I do see because they're selling their books at good prices. They're not trying to gouge anybody out there. They're trying to give everybody a fair chance to get this book if they really want it. And just how much you want to pay for it. But that's my 2 cents. And my beers. I got about.
I was reminded twice tonight on the New York Warriors auction before this was on that they're not shipping to Canada because it costs too much. So.
I don't think it's because of the comment you made before, though. It's kind of like, they blackball Murph. They have a picture of him up in Walmart saying, "Look out for this guy and hide the pops."
There you go. Blackball me.
Put Charmin on the shelves because he'll squeeze those.
I'll squeeze those Charmins. Yeah. So, wow. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't do pop figures. I got a few myself. Yes, I do have a few. I probably bought like 100 of them, like I told you. But collecting is, if you're a collector of something, you want it in the best condition. Comic books, baseball cards, Hershey bars, beer cans. It doesn't mean shotguns. It doesn't matter what it is. If you're collecting it, you want it in the best condition for sure. But I don't think that was on the topic of what we were talking about today. We're talking about Adam Kubert.
No, we're talking about the Hubert family in general.
Yes. So I got a Kubert autograph right there. There it is.
Let's see. Hold on.
There it is right there. Who do I have? Do I have Adam Kubert? Do I have Andy Kubert?
Adam or Andy? No, that's Adam.
No, that's definitely Adam right there, right? Definitely Adam. And I don't have Andy on this one, but that would be cool to get Andy on this one.
I know, right?
Badass. But Andy doesn't do fucking cons. At least I don't see him around here.
No, I don't either.
I don't see him. So fuck him.
Screw them all.
Screw them all. You don't want to do about Hubert. His dad, I can't get his autograph anymore. So.
Yeah.
Well, Joe's gone.
They got a sister, right? Don't they have a Susan or a Sarah or a
Katie?
Who?
Katie.
Susan.
What the hell's her name?
Catherine. Katie.
Oh, all right. Well, Catherine it is.
Yeah,
she's an artist, right?
No,
yeah.
she's an editor.
Oh,
Jonathan was saying like the whole family's in doing it now.
The whole family's in books. So Joe started off, right? Then he did his school. Then he had a couple of sons. Then we got Adam and Andy. Actually, he had 5 kids altogether. But Adam and Andy were the only ones that went artists with it. Adam and Andy get into the comic books. They have a couple of kids. I don't know whose dad Katie is, but Katie gets into it. And then actually 2 of the great grandkids are into it. There's a really younger, I forget her name. I should have looked it up. My bad. But there's like there's a great grandchild, and I forget her name, but she's actually.
What does she draw? Pigeon stick figures? What?
No, she's all right. Let me see if I can. You guys keep talking.
Crafts at school.
You guys keep talking. Let me see if I can find her. No, she's like in her.
Yeah, figure that out.
She's like in her early 20s. She's like in her early 20s. But she's pretty cool. She's got a nice little Instagram page.
All right, guys.
Nice.
I'm actually gonna have to jet. It's just about 1:30, and I have to work in the morning. So
I gotta be up early too. What do you? Everybody good? We out of here?
I need to bounce too. Actually.
Yeah, let me just show the shutout board.
Michael, it's
Oh yeah.
121. It's not. Don't give me this. It's 1:30 bullshit. It's 1:20.
yeah, so
Whatever, Murph. You're gonna get up at 12 tomorrow.
No,
I'm on vacation. I don't give a crap what time I go to bed.
That came out also.
Conversion rate. It's 1:30.
Comic Crypt of Castle Hills. That's nice, bro.
Yeah,
I like that one.
Thanks. Yeah, my next one I'm gonna work on is gonna be the one for Fourwayflashers, and then then gosh, I got I'm gonna do one for Cal Rowe. And then I'm probably going to redo one for Murph and Davis because I put those two together. You know, I don't want people thinking anything. I don't want people thinking anything funny about that. And then I got to do one for my brother, even though I did one for him and he won't show it. I did a painting for him, but he won't show it. That turd sandwich. And then you got the one I made for you a long time ago, so I'll probably have to do a new one for you. And then I'm going to take a break for a while with the shutout boards. I got to draw 2 tattoo designs for 2 people I know that want to get tattoos. So, I'm busy with art like crazy. But the next one I'm working on is going to be for Fourwayflashers.
All right, awesome, brother. Well, let's do real quick. Let's let Fourway go because I know he's got to go. Final shout outs, thoughts, goodbyes.
All right. Well, thank you for having me on again. I appreciate it. I had a good time tonight. I just want to say, and I'm going to give you a thought for this. We talked about the Kuberts. They've got to be the most powerful family in comics, right? Like,
next to Ramirez, you're right.
Like the only other one that I could think that would come close would be the Ramirez.
Mm-hmm.
But there's only 2 of them. So so
nice.
Kuberts.
Awesome, man. Hey, thanks for joining us. I know you got to go. Thanks for being here. Have a good day tomorrow. Have a good day at work. And as always, we always learn from you, dude. So thank you.
All right. Well, we'll talk to you. I'm excited to show you guys the Kirby signature when it comes in. So.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh man, I'm ready to see it. All right, brother.
Talk to you guys later.
CBA, what's up, brother? Later. CBA, what's up, brother?
He's like, what?
Well, thank you again for having me on, and I gotta go. I gotta do some stuff with my kid. So I'll see you guys next time.
Yeah, take care, brother. We'll see you soon.
Thanks for being on. Later.
All right. Bye.
All right, Teddy.
I just want to say thanks to everybody that was able to show up. I know this was a late show for us, but it was still fun. I came in late because I had some things to do with my family. But just please, everybody, just be safe out there. Keep collecting what you enjoy collecting, not what anybody else tells you to collect. And, just have fun. And, check in my channel every once in a while. I'll be doing more art, probably more so than I do comics, because I'm going to take a break from that. It's hard to kind of film those. It's easier to film just art videos. So that being said, rock on, everybody.
All right, brother. Thanks.
Later, Taddy.
All right.
I'm still here. I'll wait to the show.
PayPal Murph6972@gmail.com. Any
send me
final
your
thoughts or
nuggets. Send me your nuggets. Yeah, I got absolutely nothing going on in my channel. Don't bother watching me. Don't sub me out. Don't do anything when it comes to me, Smurfinator. My IG channel is more prevalent than my YouTube channel, so I'm almost at 1,000 subs over there.
Congrats.
Yeah, that's pretty cool, I guess. Whatever. The next time you might see me is either on this show or I got Clayton Crane books coming in from CGC.
I want to see those.
With BLC. So we'll do a live chat or whatever. It'll definitely be on his channel, not mine.
Okay.
And because my channel sucks, so and I'll do that. So,
or you might shoot a video if you get an AOK from AG Surfer. We'll say that.
Oh, of course. God, yeah, I'll definitely do that. Actually, I did. I won a mystery box from Otto, 3 Men in the Basement, and I'll wait for that to come in, and maybe I'll do a video for that. But that's cool.
Yeah, please, man. It'd be cool to see some of that stuff, brother.
Good. All right, man.
All right. Cool. Thanks. All right, guys. I just wanted to give a couple quick shout outs. Thanks to AG Surfer, Comic Book G Spot. We had the Uncanny Kawaka, Sith Lordly. Check them out tomorrow, I believe 7 o'clock on the Spinetix channel with Azor's Tiger and a couple other good folks out there. We had Eddie the Comic Book guy stop by. Bunch of guys in the chat. BLC stopped by, so thank you to everybody who stopped by to say what's up. You guys know what time it is. You know who it is. It's Cholula's Comics. This is your West Coast Comic Connection. Until we see you next time, keep stacking hella comics.